Anaxa just got some much-needed buffs in the latest V4 update of the 3.2 beta, and this time he's looking much better than before. His main issue in earlier versions was that his numbers just didn't keep up, making him feel weak despite his erudition role. But now, Hoyoverse has boosted his multipliers, tweaked his traces, and made him a much stronger pick overall. If you were on the fence about him before, these buffs might change your mind. Before we jump into the changes, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep up with HSR leaks. Firstly, his skill multiplier got a solid buff, increasing from 60% to 80%. This is a straight-up increase to his basic damage output, meaning his skill will hit harder in every scenario. More importantly, his ultimate multiplier went from 150% to 200%, which is a huge jump. Since Anaxa is an Erudition unit, his ultimate is a core part of his kit, dealing AoE damage to multiple enemies. The 50% increase means he will now perform much better in multi-target fights, where he is meant to shine. Next, his minor traces were adjusted to provide more useful stats. Now, instead of random bonuses, Anaxa gets crit rate, damage percent, and HP. The crit rate buff got a significant increase from 6.7% to 12%, making it easier to build him. More crit rate means you don't have to rely as much on substats, which is a great change. The DMG percent boost also helps his overall scaling, and the extra 10% HP makes him a bit less fragile, which is always nice. His talent 2 also received a buff. Before, his 2 Erudition teammate damage bonus was 30%, but now it's 40%, which is a direct improvement to both his DPS and supporting capability. This makes his skills hit harder and ensures that his talent remains a meaningful part of his kit. His talent 3 also got a small but important buff. His defense ignore was increased from 21% to 28%. Ignoring more defense means he will deal more consistent damage, especially against high defense enemies in harder content. While 7% might not seem like a lot, it adds up over multiple attacks. All these changes make Anaxa a much stronger and more viable pick, especially in teams that focus on consistent AoE attacks. Before, he felt like he was missing something. His numbers were just too low to compete with other Erudition units, and he didn't have enough synergy to stand out. Now, with higher multipliers and better stat bonuses, he finally feels like he can perform at the level expected from a 5-star Erudition character. A big question players had before was whether Anaxa was a worthy upgrade over Serval, especially in the Herta frequent AoE attack teams. Now, after these buffs, the answer is much clearer: yes, he is. Serval has always been a solid 4-star Erudition unit, but her damage falls off compared to premium 5 stars. Anaxa's buffs give him higher multipliers, better scaling, and stronger skill damage, making him the better choice for teams that rely on units like the Herta. If you're running the Herta-style team, Anaxa is now a great upgrade that can push your damage even further. Overall, these changes make Anaxa a much better unit across the board. His single target and AoE damage are stronger, his build flexibility has improved, and he's now a much more competitive option for Erudition teams. If you were unsure about pulling him before, these buffs definitely make him a more appealing choice. What do you think about these buffs? Are they enough to make you pull for Anaxa, or do you think he still needs more improvements? Let me know in the comments.